Intrahuman violence has been a feature of every known human society, and evidence of this violence is a regular facet of the archeological record. The different psychological domains do not always agree on the underlying causes of violence, and there are probably more theories regarding the nature or causes of violence than could reasonably be counted. In 2023, global military spending exceeded $2.443 trillion. Clearly, war is a major global activity. There were 11.5 million people in prison globally in 2023, roughly equivalent to the population of Belgium. Ostensibly, most of these individuals are incarcerated to prevent violent behavior, either through their own direct action or because their nonviolent yet proscribed behavior could only be sanctioned by retributive violence if the state did not step in. There are serious difficulties with qualifying what exactly individuals are in prison for across the globe, but clearly, curbing behavior through state-sanctioned violence is a practice that is ubiquitous. In the Western world, the theory that humans are naturally peaceful and that violence is a learned and novel behavior is often taken as an absolute truth. The roots of this idea appear to date back to the Enlightenment, especially Earl of Shaftesbury in 1699 and Jean-Jacques Rousseau in 1754. There has been a myriad of disagreement over the years, but Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Army, Dave Grossman, formalized this in a 1995 work on killing. Veneered in a sort of imitation of science, Grossman's work became the bedrock of modern Western military training theory and, by extension, strategic planning. Unfortunately, much of the underlying facts Grossman used to base his theory on are objectively wrong. A gifted and charismatic speaker, Grossman became an inveterate circuit speaker in Western military and law enforcement circles. Cognitive research has tended to focus on antisocial violence and the thought processes behind it. This may leave something to be desired, but understanding cognitive processes such as prediction errors and cognitive rigidity can be helpful in understanding what might commonly be referred to as criminal violence. Though cognitive research tends to steer away from social explanations, the anthropologist and primatologist Richard Wrangham's self-domestication hypothesis can be seen to partially complement some cognitive theory. Self-domestication posits exactly that. Homo sapiens are a product of intuitive acts by prior hominin species in which individuals were eliminated from the gene pool through a selection bias for traits such as cooperation and proximity tolerance. In this hypothesis, generally speaking, traits such as neoteny and reduced sexual dimorphism are byproducts of a larger domestic effect. It is certain that particular themes arise when observing violence in any society, regardless if it is interstate wars, conflicts between hunter-gatherers, or a first world state society murder. Access to resources and therefore increased reproductive success appear to be the typical underlying cause.